Back again, guys. Welcome to Snipe Photography. My name's Glenn Samuel. Are you wanting to improve your photography? You want to move to the next level, but you're not quite sure what to do? Well, in this episode of Sniper Photography, I'm going to give you a couple of tips that if you listen to me very, very carefully, you will elevate your photography to the next level. Hello, my name's Glenn Samuel and you're watching Sniper Photography. Thanks for joining me here today. It's a beautiful morning in my usual haunt here. Love this garden, it's so peaceful and it's just so nice to get out here early of a morning. Look, every now and again I get asked questions by photographers to have a look at their images. In other words, to critique them. That's the word, critique. In other words, examine them and make comments. Now, I get this quite a lot. Recently I was asked to have a look at some photographs which were very good. The composition was very good. Lighting was not too bad. There was a few little issues that I pointed out which he will rectify, and that's what you expect when you ask somebody or you ask another professional photographer to look at your images. You're going to get a professional answer, and I gave that to this particular person. But what I am noticing by a lot of photographers or people that are learning photography, especially the people that are learning photography, not the people that have been out for 10 or 15 years doing this, but people that have just started in the last couple of years, they reach a point where they don't know where to go next with their photography. They don't know how to elevate themselves or climb the rungs of the ladder in photography and get to the top and then stay there. What I'm seeing when people ask me to view or critique their images, and I get this quite a lot, is that I'm noticing the photographs are the same. Now, basically what they're doing, inadvertently, they probably don't know they're doing it, excuse me, that they're copying other photographers. They might know they're doing it, but when you look at the images from one photographer, and then you look at another image from another photographer, and it's taken in the same place, you're seeing the same image. Have you ever been to a tourist location, even here where they film weddings and photograph weddings? You go to these locations and there'll be 20 people, 25 people lined up. They're all taking the same photograph, all at eye level. That's boring, I think. I think it is. Yeah, it's boring. Let's agree to that. It's boring. Everyone's taking the same photo. I'm glad they're taking photos, but why make them the same? So the idea is to think outside the square of photography. People seem to think they can go out and spend thousands of dollars on cameras and lenses, point the camera at a subject, and they'll come out with a great photograph. Photography doesn't work like that. Photography works backwards. Photography starts in here, up here. You visualize, pre-visualize how your image wants to turn out, how you want your image to look like, what you want it to look like. Then you transform that with your settings into your camera and you take the photograph. But I'm starting to see repetition. In other words, people copying one another. If you want to improve as a photographer, don't copy the photographer next to you. Because one, it becomes boring, and there's a good chance that you'll stay at that level. For me, I've worked very hard at this, and I'm continually working harder and harder and harder to bring images to people that they don't often see. As I said, you have to think outside the square. Make your photography interesting to the person's eye that's viewing your images. Stop copying other photographers, because you won't learn and you won't improve. You're just comparing an apple with an apple. So basically, when the next time you go out with your camera, think about what you want to do. Think about the shot. Think about the angles and the light. You've got a good camera there, but it's you, as I always say, as the photographer that makes the photograph. The camera takes the photo, but you as the photographer makes the photograph. So please guys, stop copying other photographers if you want to improve. Now that might sound harsh, I'm sorry if it does, but I'm here to help people. I'm here at Sniper Photography not only to take great images, but to help people in this fantastic pastime. And I want to see every one of you that have a camera out there succeed in this most wonderful pastime we call photography. And it worries me a bit because photography is seen not in a very good light. People don't really rate us, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But let's make it something. Let's see you make it something. So let's not copy other photographers. As I said, I get asked to look at people's photographs every day of the week. And when I get back to them, I tell them what they should be doing, if it's good, if it's bad. It's an open and honest opinion or an appraisal of their images. But what I'm seeing, as I said earlier, is I'm seeing the same photographs all the time from different people. Keep it different. Sure, talk to other photographers, pick their brains about things, but don't copy them, because you won't improve as a photographer if you keep on going down that path. Think outside the square, use this up here, and I can guarantee you that your images will explode off the page. You'll get more likes on social media, and there's a good chance that you could sell some of these images. And why? Because they're different to the person standing next to you. Well, that's it for another episode here at Sniper Photography. I hope you've enjoyed that one. Any questions or comments, please put them in the box down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. So that's about it here. So as I always say, be nice to yourself, family and friends, but most of all, you have fun, keep smiling and keep shooting. Bye for now. I'm going to grab a coffee.